So I've been having another sort out. So starting off with Blu-rays. These all probably will go to the charity shop, except this one, which our granddaughter started watching it, you know, a fair few weeks ago and didn't finish it. So I'll probably send that one back with her. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Blu-ray DVDs. As I said, I'm slowly going through them. It is a long process, like I said, and we're trying to be very strict. I must admit, I think it's been a while now since I've actually bought a DVD or Blu-ray for ourselves. I've brought a couple of gifts that are movies, but otherwise I haven't bothered. Getting rid of 3. This is how long ago it was. These were the Daily Mail. If you remember, we used to always get DVDs free. So I'm letting those go. I've got 1 DVD, Fast and Furious, because we've got this on Blu-ray. And then I'm also getting rid of this 7/8-inch tablet case. Haven't used it, so I'm just going to let that go. I'm trying to be really strict. So I have got quite a few bits around our home that we'll believe in, and I will include that in this video. So another pile I've got is some clothes. Slowly we're going through our clothing like I normally do. I do this through the month of January, February time, especially at the beginning of the year, and usually halfway through the year. But it's constant been through this year actually that I have been trying to get rid of stuff, and I keep saying being careful what I bring into the home, not including gifts, because that is different, because obviously the gifts are being purchased for different members of the family or friends for different occasions, so they're automatically going back out. But if anything comes in, I like to have the equivalent, if not more, going out of the home, and trying to be careful. Especially clothing is another one, trying to be really careful what I bring in. If I bring something in, again, you know, send in the same equivalent out, if not more. So hubby's t-shirts, as I said, some of them are getting really old now, whether they're sort of casual stroke best, going into work, and then the work ones get dumped. But he's finding that some of the t-shirts need to be a little bit more looser, especially over, say, the shoulders and everything. So we've got 3 here, 3 t-shirts of his that are going. So I had a couple of come in a fair few months ago. So that's something that I'm definitely reviewing, as I said. Swapping them out as and when I purchased them. Our son sorted out a lot of his socks, especially with industrial boots. Both hubby and our son, as you can see, they do wear thin. What I tend to do is with the guys' socks, these ones tend to be our son's, and hubby has ones usually either plain or they've got a stripe on, so I know whose is who. So very often if one of them's just worn sort of thin in the heel, then I can match it with another pair, if that makes sense. Like this one's really totally gone, but boots, they do wear the socks, especially as they have the thicker socks anyway. That way, sometimes if it's just one sock that's gone out the pair, I will put it to a side because I can match it up, if that makes sense. So there's about I think there's about 4 pairs there. I've got an old pair of my socks that I've worn thin as well. I've got a pair of jeggings here. So I'll probably have to replace those. They're getting really old and tatty, and I've been really good, and I've got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4 t-shirts. So 4 t-shirts, a pair of jeggings, and a pair of socks so far out of my wardrobe and drawers. So I'm doing pretty well. So that is the clothing at the moment. As I said, that's something else that's ongoing, because I don't know about anybody else. Do you tend to go through stages where you just wear the same thing over and over again. The guys are like that unless I pull something out. If we're going out anywhere, it's very often I pull hubby's clothing out anyway, so you know, sort of rotate it. But we do get in the habit. I go through stages. I'm the same. I will wear the same thing over and over again. Then other times I think, right, I haven't worn this for a long time. Let's wear it now and decide whether it's comfortable, if it fits okay, or I've just lost interest in it and it can go. So there we are. So that is the clothing part of this get rid of stuff. So I've just pulled out 4 pieces of wall art. One of them is quite big anyway. It's this tulip one. I used to have a lot of red around our home. In fact, most rooms had some form of red in. This stems right back from when we first got married. But as you know, I've been toning it down. So a couple of these I did actually get off Marketplace a fair few years ago, which is this one and this one. I've still got the third one, which I've got a question mark on. But I know for a fact these haven't been used in over a year, maybe 2 years. So that's why I'm getting rid of them. So I've got this tulip one, which is quite a big one. I've got this sort of leaf one. I had Dard, but I haven't used it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. This Keep Calm and Carry On. Normally I used to have this in the dining room, but again, I've toned it down. I like those prints. Funny enough, they were cheaper actually. They were from Poundland. They're both the same. The black and white prints that I've kept up ever since I purchased them and just changed my decor around them. So this is going. And then this one I always used to have in my haul, but again, it's been around a couple of places. It was originally in the kitchen years ago, and then I had it in my haul. But again, I'm going away from the red. Yes, I like to see red at Christmas, but I prefer browns, creams and greys and things like that. So that is 4 more items that I'm actually getting rid of. So again, that is something else I'm slowly going through my decor cupboard as well. Some of these things are sort of ongoing, and I reach for things and I think, well, I haven't used that for a while. Oh, I might use that. If I'm not going to use it there and then or in the near future, I'm just getting rid of it, which is the case with these 4 wall arts. So this process is ongoing. I've been at it quite a fair few years now, but each year I do find it easier actually knowing what I like, what I'm going to get rid of. As I said, it continues through, and hopefully I'll get to a point whereby, you know, there's nothing really I could get rid of. It'd probably be quite some time. Your tastes change and everything, and I keep reviewing everything, and I've said this a number of times, to review what you have, shop your home, and just to make sure you know what you actually have. Especially my decor, as I said, because it goes from season to season, year to year. Tastes change, or you bring something new into the home thinking, I don't really like that anymore, I'm just going to get rid of it. On the other hand, if it's something you're not sure about, maybe you can hold on for it for a short period of time, and then make a decision, as long as you don't obviously end up with lots and lots of decisions and then, you know, you just get in a slump. I tried that a number of years ago and I felt it didn't work for me. What I tend to do is, when I have a sort out massive decluttering, well, it doesn't have to be massive decluttering, but decluttering anyway. So say I had 6 pieces of art, I would at least maybe get rid of at least 2 and keep the other 4, if that makes sense. Lay them all out. Very often like for like or whatever, you know, like I did it with my t-shirts. At one point I had about 5 or 6 blue t-shirts. I would put them all out and I would say to myself, I've got to at least get rid of 1 of the blue t-shirts and go through each of the colourings like that, things like that. You know, there is ways you can find that will help yourself and what will work for you. As I said, I know what works for me. And usually at the end of a sorting out session, and I've got a lot of pieces in a sort of a pile that's I haven't made a decision. Very often I will say, oh, I'm just going to get rid of the whole lot. If it's a whole pile and I've been looking at it and I'm thinking, well, I've had it a long time. Why do I keep putting it back with a question mark? Once it happens a couple of times, why do I keep doing it? Because it just wastes time and energy. So that is one of the things that I'm sort of keeping in the back of my mind when I'm sorting out. But like I said, as long as you limit what you keep to make decisions at a later date. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.